Good afternoon, and welcome to Good Afternoon with myself, Josh. I'm grateful to be here for and with all of you. Thank you. All right, let's see who piles in here. Since the this wasn't scheduled, so I mean we generally go live in the dawning, but I wanted to see what would happen if I just went in the afternoon. And so yeah, we'll see if anybody piles in here. Show's just fun, so we'll see who's here. If you are here, throw it in the chat and go from there. Loretta, welcome, beautiful soul. How are you? Nice to see you. Feather in the ISIS box. Cool. Yeah, I didn't go live this morning. Good dawning, Karen. Hi, how are you? I was just browsing and saw you. Yay. Grateful. Yeah, I know Krista was live for a minute. She's actually going to go live at 1, but Krista was live, so I don't want to run her over either, but all good. Grateful, guys. Thank you for being here. How we doing today? Just plugging through here, seeing if there's a favor. There's an ending to all this, right? Find some place to live. Get it all back together. Grateful. Can't live in hindsight. I guess you could, but it's not going to do any good, right? So no hindsight being 2020 on this one. We're here where we are. Intuitive Insights. Tarot. Good dawning. Welcome. And all right, let's see what we got. All right, so we're gonna work with we got the ISIS cards today. I'm still kind of digging things around. So the easiest crystal for me to grab was the big honker from Chloe, who should be live Saturday with us. I've got to double check with Chloe. Clint, hey, how you doing, brother? Clint was live last night with in favor of Clint. Favor to all your health there, and favor, brother. So much love there. You see you in the highest healing light there, Clint. I would like to have you on the show sometime. Absolutely. Send me an email. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. It's in the description and in the channel page as well, channel description. But yeah, I'd love to. Trista, good done. Hershey, beautiful soul. All right, guys, thank you. Makes my day. Thank you. All right, so let's see what we've got. We're going to do some cards. And then we've got the big honker. And yeah, we'll just kind of take it kind of loose here. Grateful, guys. Grateful. And if you didn't catch Trista on her channel singing Hallelujah. Oh, whoa. Oh my gosh. And then tonight at 6 o'clock, well, no, 7 o'clock. Hershey, 7 my time, which is 8 o'clock. There we go. I get times right here. 7 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Central Time, and 9 o'clock East Coast. There we go. Hershey will be live tonight. So check that out. Wish I reads. Join us. But yeah, welcome, guys. All right, so let's see what we get from, this is from Goddess Isis here. Gonna run out and get my crystal. Awesome. Amaya, hi, beautiful soul. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the deck and see what Isis has to say. She's been kind of loud lately. Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. It's, yeah, I feel like I've been on some sort of battle, right? There's a full version and there's an outtake. I don't even know if people are finding the whole song. I think I saw the outtake, but no, we're gonna find the whole song. Awesome. It was absolutely amazing. All right. So Divine Destiny. A card from Goddess Isis today. And, all right. So it says the Path of the Divine Warrior. So this is, let's see here, alphabetical. B, C, D. Divine. That should be the next card. Next one. Divine Destiny. There we go. All right. Oh, so Divine Destiny. The Path of the Divine Warrior. The Divine Warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The Divine Warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with the challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within us has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. So Here we go. What is your divine destiny? And yeah, for myself, it's going to get that extra energy there. But we got this. Repent and turn to Christ. All right. Stu, what do I need to repent from? But all right. So let's. We'll put you in time out. How about 30 minutes? Okay. All right. So now you can repent too. But, favors, Stu. And that Scott Adams. If you remember, if you ever watch, speaking of repent and turning to Christ, right? If you ever watch Victor, right, and he does a simultaneous sip. That was actually done by Scott Adams, who wrote Dilbert, who passed away yesterday. He had his own channel and stuff, and so that's where we got the simultaneous sip. It wasn't like invented by Victor, and it came from Scott Adams' show. So a final simultaneous sip to Scott Adams there, favor, the creator of Dilbert, who passed yesterday. From prostate cancer, favor, and yeah, so I'm ready for us. All right, we can do another one. I recognize that Stuart Freshner, he's not a regular. No, he's not. He's not a regular. We can undo him if we wanted to, but I don't know who he is. But yeah, cheers to Scott Adams there. All right. Yeah, when before I stopped watching any political content, he's somewhat political, but he's a good guy. He gotta have balls to go on YouTube there and say what he used to say. He ended up losing his contract with United Syndicate for that, for some saying some crazy stuff. Well, it's not crazy to him, and it's not crazy, but saying some stuff, interesting stuff. There we go. On YouTube. But, all right, so let's see what we get from. We haven't used this deck in a minute. I know it's kind of it's not Mind Info Oracle cards. Let's see what shows up here. Yeah, thank you. That was nice, Karen. Henny, how are you, Trista? We can appreciate Christ consciousness without repenting. Exactly, and yeah, I've been enough of the sitting in the soup, right? Repentance, energy, and all that. Oof. At this point, we move forward. Yeah, favor to Stu there. All right, so let's see what we get from the Mind Info Oracle cards here. Let's see, UPS guy. All right, so we'll cut deck into 3. 1, 2, and 3. And so yeah, make sure you're subscribed to Hershey, the Shadow Reader. She'll be live tonight. And yeah, yesterday I was working in DoorDashing and such. I totally missed Laura there. So Laura, if you didn't see Laura yesterday, check that out. But yeah, all right. So we'll take the bottom card as the energetics for today. And we do appreciate Christ consciousness, and I think I speak for 99% of us. Absolutely. Yeah, when it was kind of interesting when I did the Christmas show when in Kuan Yin came out. It was yeah, we had an amazing channeling, and it was the Christ consciousness is it's not Christ mass, it's raising the Christ consciousness inside yourself and giving birth to that, right? And yeah, so absolutely. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Create, and that's kind of where I'm at. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. So there we go, create. So they're asking us to create, and we will create. I got to create some space. We're going to go live again with the Oracle Tarot and Channeling at some point. I just got to check my DoorDash schedule. Right now, we got to dash up the insurance, right? Pause. So you're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back and look at all the possible outcomes and make sure you're headed in the right direction before moving forward. Yeah, any direction I move, and anybody should move in, they should look at the whole 360. That's I left myself in a blind side, and now you see this is what happens when you leave yourself in a blind side, right? Here I am. Poof, somebody else's, right? Yeah, no more leaving myself with a blind side, where I can be, where I can have my legs knocked out from underneath me in my universe, right? All right, present. So we will pause and make sure that we don't when we make decisions in the future. Presence. You're being asked to spend presence. There you go. More time in the present moment. To stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. There we go. Your life is happening right now, and when you are not present for it, you'll miss it and its beauty, which is true. So present being your present, right? So staying present, pausing, and then staying present. Those two kind of go together. Generally, you pause into presence, right? We're kind of exactly. And then finally, patience. It's a virtue. All right. So you're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. There's reasons why things aren't aligning in the way you want at this moment. I don't know. So we're gonna create, and the whole idea here is to get more creative, right? So in order to do so, we need to pause, right? Take a pause. Not too much. I don't have too much of a pause time, but take a slow down. There we go. That's what I'm getting. Presence, and then find being present, right? If you want to create something, you have to slow down and be present and have patience for it to come through. And I think that's what they're telling me here is nothing happens. Well, things can happen overnight, instantly, but generally things happen with patience before you to create anything. So there we go. So patience is definitely something I need to vented, pented, schmented. It's all the same dictionary. Yes, that's the door needed. Joining patience, I did not possess. Yeah, patience is something that I'm definitely learning in this. I'm looking to get back into my into a universe that's my own here, and patience is the only virtue I've got. I have to practice patience. I'm in somebody else's basement, so I'm grateful. But yeah, it's all about one day at a time and doing what I need to do. Right. Like I didn't think about going live. I was like, I'm just gonna skip it, and this is doing what I really need to, especially if we're looking at creating, right? So the card's saying to create, and so there we go. Exactly. Jesse, good morning, sir. Can you say 67, please? Why? Have a nice day. There, I said it when I was. There you go. You got me saying it because I read it. Got to get busy, family. See you all soon. All right, Hershey, love you, and we will get favor. See you tonight, and chat with you later tonight. Remember to subscribe to Hershey if you have not. Hit the bell, and she will be live at 7. And yeah, grateful. All right. It's maybe a bit of a, since it's a good afternoon, right? Another good dawning. Maybe a little more abbreviated, but either way, grateful for all of you here. So what's going on, guys? One day at a time, right? We kind of move forward here. Favor, we got the first call from all the applications we've been putting out. So favor, we get an email for an interview, right? And yeah, we'll see what happens. But so yeah, today we go dash. It's 60, almost 70 degrees outside. So I like this time better than the mornings. I do too, but the only problem with this time, generally speaking, is in some fashion or another, um, I'll either be working. I can't imagine I'd be free at like 1:30 every day, but I know. But yeah, I do like this time a lot better, Karen, for myself as well. But who knows? I don't know anything about the future, and I'm not supposed to. All I know is we'll either have good dawning, good afternoon, good evening, good weekend, good Monday, something. But I don't intend to disappear. You may, like I said, see me not here a day or two here and there for sure, like less like Monday and such. But I don't intend to go anywhere. But yeah, if I could do this at 1 o'clock, 1:30, it'd be amazing. But I think I'll probably, hopefully, in some sort of fashion, unless this becomes my universe, right? Um, but with 6 of us here, so yeah, who knows? But exactly. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, YouTube itself, they shifted their algorithm like a couple months ago, and so yeah, all of our hi Grace, welcome. All of our channels, and Victor's, mine, everybody's channels have lost viewers. They're not promoting videos as much, and they're only really promoting shorts. So yeah. So if you, it's kind of weird. Um, but yeah. So hopefully, I like the idea if temp work, long term jobs. The idea of temp work, long term jobs. Well, I don't know. I could do a lot. The problem with temp work is then you leave yourself in that vulnerable space again, where if there's no temp available, then you're out of luck, right? Is there another kind of temp agency? I've got to reach out to a few different ones, but there are some temp agencies out, Manpower. There's Elmwood Staffing. There's a few of them out here, so I need to really reach out to them. Pardon me, as well. But yeah, so but who knows? I don't know anything. I'm just grateful and see what we can gin up or bring into energy, so to speak. Here, I found all my full time work through a temp agency. Oh, there you go. I mean, I've worked through temp agencies before. The best job I had was through Manpower, right? I was watching a door, the safe deposit door, right? And nobody came down for their safe deposit to check their safe deposit box. So I just sat there. I mean, for like a month, I just read a book. No, I didn't see a single soul. I just sat there, got paid to do nothing. Um, my last temp job turned full time. So there we go. So yeah, that's possible. I did have when I got hired at Fidelity, that was temp to hi Benipa. So yeah, when I got hired at Fidelity, it was temp to permanent. But so I've had a few of those, but grateful. Yeah. This one. All right, so I am a channeler here, so let's do a channel here. My last, so yeah, let's see what we've got here. Saint Germain, who's going to come through here? My spidey senses are tingling. What's going on, Loretta? I don't know. I've been kind of on alert. Something, I don't know, something in the greater source field, something kind of wacky. I know the Verizon's been down for the most of the day. Their cell phone service and internet has been down most of the day, but who knows? Weird. All right. All right. So let's do a channeling, and we'll see what we've got here. All three of us who are left. Grateful, but yeah. So craziness. Grateful. All right. So here we go. Saint Germain, we are grateful that all of you are here. We are channeling through Josh for you to you today. And we are grateful whether there's 3 or 33, right? Either YouTube is changing their algorithm so that channels are no longer seen, right? So if you are seeing lower accounts, right? Anybody who is subscribed will get the bell, the notification if they'd hit the bell. But if you had not hit the bell, most of the time, your lives now, the lives are not even being broadcast as available, right? So the only people who would even know who have the bell, right? So YouTube has changed things around. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if they put this back into the general population, right? And allow people to know, even if the channel is here, right? Because otherwise, yeah, exactly. YouTube is doing a lot of interesting stuff, and really it could end up being that the long form videos on YouTube disappear, and it just becomes not like Vine, right? Which disappear 15 seconds, but yeah, 3 minutes or less, right? So who knows? But we are grateful. We are grateful that you are here, and we are grateful to Teresa. We are grateful to see you as well, Saint Germain, and we are going to talk about when you are in a space, right? Climbing out of a hole, right? And so we are grateful that you are all here, and we are grateful as the bird calls on Josh's end. Do we have enough? No, the bird calls that you are hearing, and he is using a different phone, right? So on the Galaxy phone that he used to have, right? The Samsung, you do not hear the notifications, do not come through. If you are live and the notification comes through, you will not hear it, right? But on the Pixel phone that Josh has now, the notifications, not only do they come through, you can hear them on the live itself on your end. So you have to put in the do not disturb, or you, instead of using like a tone, he uses a bird to let him know of a notification, right? And so you hear that when he gets a notification as well. On the old phone, you did not. So we put it on do not disturb, so you will not be disturbed by the birds, although the birds generally are not disturbing, right? To say the least, right? Generally speaking. But yes, exactly. We all like the birds, right? That's just why we make that sound. And then when it goes off in the grocery store or something, then Josh is not annoying people, right? They look at, they're like, "Oh, where's the bird?" Right? But otherwise, we are grateful that you are here, and we're going to again talk about when you are in a hole, right? Climbing out, right? Standing in your frame as well, right? So we are grateful that you are here. Are you able to stand in your frame when you are seeing that your things are not perfect in your universe? It's the question we are asking of you, because a lot of you, when you see our universe is out of frame, right? When you see our universe, or when your universe starts to go in a direction, right? That is not the best for you, or you are falling out of frame, or whatever it is for you, right? But either way, when you are not in the space that you want to be in, and you wake up and you realize, okay, these things have to change, or you are going to be, right? So can you grab the energy? And that is what we are talking about here. Or do you allow yourself to be swallowed up through the situation? Saint Germain is asking you to look into yourselves and to look into your universes. Look into your past. When things came into your frame, did you cower, or did you stand in frame? Did you strap your boots on and walk into the situation, or did you not move an inch, right? So what are you doing in your universe when things go haywire, right? Or when things don't go according to what you thought they would, right? Then you may not have the best backup plan. Then what do you do? How do you navigate those waters? Or do you allow yourself to sit and swim, right? Sit in the energy and let it wash over you. That is the question we are asking, because most of you cannot afford, right? When your universe, if something you try to step out and it doesn't work, right? And then it brings down frames in your universe, right? You tower moments, so to speak, right? So what do? Do you let the tower fall, or do you get up and start scrambling, right? And move forward. A lot of us will sit in the tower fall energy, right? A lot of us will let that tower fall. Why? Because we feel helpless, right? We are saying this is happening, so what are we going to do? What can I do about this? And we let things happen to us rather than trying to rescue ourselves and move through the situation and create a better moment for us, right? So what are you doing in your universe? And are you allowing for things to shift, right? Are you being rigid, right? So that everything becomes a tower moment? Or are you being light and loose in your universe, right? So that you can go with the flow, but keep moving forward, right? If your universe, like, two steps forward and then you have to take a step back, right? So you get a job and you find it, like in Josh's universe, he got the job and then found it wasn't the proper job, right? The one for the betting company. So it disappeared, right? Two steps forward and you take a step back, right? And you are exactly where you kind of were before with no job, right? But can you do that without reacting? Can you do that without blowing up? And can you do that without sliding backwards in your universe, right? Bringing out old energy, stepping into trauma patterns and whatnot. Sometimes you cannot control, even if you are following your intuition, as like your channeler did, you cannot control others or what is going to happen or the outcome of any situation. And we are still not controlling the outcome because there is no outcome as of yet, right? If you are to sit here and look at Josh's situation, your channeler, right, and say, well, he failed, he's back in. Is it over yet? He is not in his own place, right? We have to trust. That is the other part, right? Where do you grab the energy and say, well, it failed, it did not work, things are not moving forward, right? Whatever it is, even if it is still in motion, right? So when do you do that? Do you grab the energies? Do you look at the energies? Do you allow the energies to flow, to complete? That is the other question you have to ask for yourself, because a lot of us would grab the energy and be like, we already failed. We are done. It is over. We are complete, right? But no, it is never over, right? So you have to see that in your universe, right? So if you are reaching out to do something and it does not completely work, or it does not work, or as long as you did the effort, right? You put yourself forward, right? You move yourself in a direction that moves you forward. As long as you are doing so, whether it works or not, you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, right? You are following your intuition. We cannot guarantee the results, but what we can guarantee is that if you follow your intuition, you are not going to be left behind in yourself, right? You're not going to leave yourself with thoughts or worryings of did I or should I have or what's not, right? So in your universe, are you able to understand and see for yourself the situations that you have been through, where you have either grabbed the energy and said, I can get this, I got this, we can do this, or you let yourself sink and swim, right? You have to choose the energy. It's like choosing your own adventure, right? Your life is like a choose your own adventure book. So if you are coming down the street and you are hitting the dead end, right? The wall, right? Do you give up or do you turn around and go the other direction, right? Like in a corn maze, right? You never can give up. If you hit the wall, right? What are you going to do? Climb the stalk to get out? No, you have to turn around and retrace your steps, right? So that is what we are asking about today, right? Exactly. So the question again to yourself is, are you able to understand when the energies change in your universe? Are you able to see that? Are you able to make that shift? Or do you let the energies run you over? That is the question. The question we have to answer, right? So for yourself, right? When you are in two situations, what is your first reaction? And this is the question we have to ask you, right? Because if you are going to fall apart, right? Your first reaction is to fall apart, then that is not going to work for you. If your first reaction when situations don't go right is to collapse into your universe, right? Grab the energy. This is where the cards come in, right? Slow down, stop, pause, right? So if something happens in your universe, it is your job not to immediately react. It is your job to pause, right? And it is your job then to slowly see the situation in a greater light, right? And then from that, it's your job then to move forward, to grab the energy, to not sit in fear, to not allow it to run you over. There you go. Nonsense, right? So we see lots of nonsense in the universe, right? You see it everywhere. That's what we are talking about in a way, playing in the nonsensical energies of your universe, right? The fears, the angers, the frustrations are nonsensical. When things happen in your universe, like your channeler here, who did not quite work out, you either ground into the new universe and accept what is, or you let the nonsensical energies run you over. And that's what we are talking about, right? So we are grateful. Can you stand in your frame when the frame falls apart, so to speak? When the nonsensical energies come moving in, can you calmly brush them aside? Stay present and move forward. We love you. Hope you love yourselves. Releasing transmission. Here we go. All right, yeah, nonsense moving in, but who? What? What exactly? That's why my spidey senses were sensing nonsense coming. Loretta, Loretta, we must protect the drawers from now on. Well, a funeral will be being held for at least one. I'm going to promise to think kindly about it from this day forth. Favor. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Saint Germain. Yeah. It's just weird. The past 2 months, man, it's just all the change, right? I mean, even this channel, right? Look, half the audience, and I wherever they went, I don't know. We haven't seen Victor Miller or any of them here in I don't know how long, 2 months, a month, and that's fine. I mean, you don't see me at Victor's too often either, but but yeah, lots of change, and if you're not ready for it, guys, we'll bowl you over here. But bear with me a sec, guys. I need one thing. I'll be literally right back. Give me 1 second. Make my life a lot easier. All right, we're back. I had to close the basement door. Carmen has 2 cats, right? And the basement's kind of cluttered, and with the cats and my stuff down there, it's better to not let the cats down there than to let the things get kind of goofy. So sorry, Josh, I can't help I love your nonsense. Grateful. All right, guys, we're going to work with the clear quartz here. We're going to set some intentions, and then we're going to close out with a group hug. This will be a little bit shorter show for sure. But I'm grateful for anybody who's here and guys who showed up. And yeah, with YouTube being the way it is here, this doesn't really even get like in the algorithm, right? It doesn't kick it out and show that it's even broadcasting to too many others than those who have already had the bell. We now have 11, holy cow, 11 cats. Oh my gosh. Wow. Laura, that's a lot of cats there. Favor. Wow. That's awesome. A funeral. All right. All right, guys. Let's work with the clear quartz here. So with your permission, of course, energy only works with your permission. But here we go. So, here we go, guys. All right, and in this case, what we're going to do today, of course, is ground into action, right? So see where in your universe you can take some sort of action. You're probably live on a farm or some open place. Maybe. That'd be cool. How do the trolls know you're live? Well, what happens is you get in the algorithm, but the algorithm itself doesn't, it's not as big anymore. It's weird. Yeah, I can post a couple of videos and show you that YouTube's really shuffling things around. I did get a notice for this on my phone, 27. Oh, perfect. Yeah, if you got the bell, it should have given you the notice, but I only get about a third to a half of the notices I should. So I'll look and be like, wait, you're live? I didn't get a notice, just like that. But all right. So from your end and from mine, yeah, so see yourself, right? When things go goofy, we're going to utilize, we're going to ground into action energy here. So we'll pick off anything that's slowing us down, right? All right. Do 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 boop 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 boo do 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 woof. All right, we're gonna get ready to DoorDash. Fun stuff. But yeah, sometime over the weekend. I'm not sure when. I think Friday I have a meetup I'm going to, and then sometime over the weekend, I will go live. I got to set it up. I just got to figure out timing and door dashing. We gotta get our insurance, my auto insurance money together, right? So yeah, so a favor. We'll go live at some point over the weekend to we're gonna do tarot cards, oracle, and channeling, and donation would be accepted. But yeah, we'll see what comes of that. But join us, and my endeavor to do good dawning tomorrow. Yes, will I? Yes. So tomorrow we will do good dawning in the morning. I will do everything to be there. But yeah, there. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna hang on a second. Pause. I appreciate all of you. My universe, as you can see, is a little upside down at the moment. We're working to put it back in some sort of frame. So I appreciate anybody who's here. Anybody. I mean, through my shifting here. I mean, we've lost 80% of the audience, and this, that, and the other. And it's what it is. But yeah, so I'm grateful that you guys are still here as we work to put this back together in some sort of fashion in here, and I work to put myself back. Not that I lost myself or anything else. I did what I thought was right, but it just didn't turn out the way we thought. But I often these days wish I lived out on a farm, up early with the animals. There we go. I wish I lived. I wouldn't mind living on a farm. Absolutely. But yeah, but if I had a farm though, then the animals would never be eaten, right? So not my farm. But all right. So all right. So close out the. Thanks, guys. All four of us who are here. All right. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to revamp this. Call it adventure, a life adventure for sure. Yeah, I have no idea what's next. I finally get a call though for a job possible job interview. I'll have to see if they sent me an email. But one step at a time here. But all my animals would be for milk or for eggs, except absolutely, yeah, I couldn't eat another animal if I had to. If you've ever watched, go on YouTube and like look up happy cow videos, and like it's like a big dog. I mean, there's the, yeah, I mean, never. Yeah. All right, guys. This will be a 30-minute good afternoon instead of but I appreciate you guys. Any suggestions on revamping, let me know. And I don't know, we'll see what happens here. But I'm not throwing in the towel. We're not going to wave the white flag, right? Or the white paper towel. Yes, I love the cow videos. They cuddle and they try to get on people's laps. So I know, right? They don't even know that they're like, when you get a real cow that has that's been given, treated like with love and not separated from its kids and in a warm barn and just like a regular they're amazing animal, right? Yeah, no way I can raise an animal to be not in a million years. It wouldn't be feasible. No. No, not at all. I mean, I couldn't even. If I have to work in a restaurant, and so I certainly will have no problem with it. But it would be. It's like carrying a. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the other day Carmen was making like a roast, and it smelled good. But I mean, the thing that's going through my mind, it's like cooking cow flesh. It's like, ooh. But wonder if there's a parallel universe somewhere where there's like cows like cooking humans, right? It's quite possible. I have no idea, Josh, except to start again, sort of like you said, the algorithm changed for everybody. Yeah, it did, and it's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm grateful you're still here, Karen. I'm grateful, Loretta, you're here as well. But who knows? I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna like can the channel or anything. I'm sure, like anything else, there's something in here that I'm supposed to be doing, right? And nothing else I can channel, and so and I'm grateful. I think of all the abuse they go through that we can get them cheap and easy. That is the part that's not right. The part that's not right, yeah. Well, we've made eating a cow the like here's your dollar hamburger, right? I mean, the whole idea is it's kind of bring a cow onto this planet and grind it up and eat it. It's like why do we even have to? I always wonder why we even have to eat. Why are we eating dead animal flesh? We're still eating death. I mean, it's dead. It's not live. It's dead meat. We're just keeping it from spoiling in a fridge, right? Or in a freezer. But I always wonder why, as humans, right, we just haven't come up with like, here's your slop, right? Some sort of rudimentary goo that is like perfect for all of us, right? You eat this goo, and flavor it however you want, but you eat this goo, and you'll live till you're fine. Perfect balanced diet, right? I don't know, but if they ever offer that kind of goo or just like something like drink a meal, or take a pill, I would do that. But you don't want to worry about the animals. The nutrients we get through them are nutrients they get from eating veggies and grains, right? Even plants are dead. That's true to an extent. I mean, that's true. So yeah, Arwin Steiger used to say that. Are we in the death zone because everything we eat is dead, right? But yeah, I don't know. We eat death to keep us alive. It's weird. But who knows? Um, Pam, man, welcome, Pam. I'm grateful, guys. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on revamping the channel, the show, sorry, I'll step. No, no, really, I'm about more about factory farming. Factory farming's terrible. No, no, don't step down, Karen. Not so much. Yeah, I'm not. If you know the animal, like I'm not against eating animals in any aspect. I mean, we have to survive. But factory farming, yeah, like if you go to like here, like in Boulder, Karen, like if you go to the farmers market, right, and get meat from that, totally different story than going to like King Supers, right, and just buying the Smithfield pig, the Chinese pig that could be shot up with anything, and yeah, you don't know. I mean, no, thank you. But yeah, no. But if it's raised humanely and raised, with love and care and all that, absolutely. Yeah, you're fine. I eat animals. I just can't raise them to be exactly. And I eat fish, so I mean, I eat animal. I'm a pescatarian, so totally different. Yes, farmers market, and I'm not against exactly. And I'm not against or for anything specifically. But yeah, I mean, everyone makes their own decision. It's just yeah. If I was going to eat meat, yeah, it wouldn't be like a hamburger from McDonald's. That's for sure. No, I would be doing the same thing. I'd go down to the farmers market, either here or in Boulder, and do it the healthier way. Exactly. Totally, totally. But yeah, so no, like seafood though, that's yeah, you can't really do that with seafood. So you just cast a big net, right? So just eat what you can get. But I would like tilapia instead. Won't eat tilapia. Which, if you look up tilapia, it's not real food. It's just a chemical laden fish. But yeah, rockfish. Yes, totally. Not that I know it's hard. Like we're in Colorado, so be eating seafood is exactly. But although the trout, like you ever the Colorado trout, rainbow trout, it's amazing, right? I don't know. It's going to be interesting though. We haven't had any snow here all winter, and there isn't any forecast as far as the eye can see for any not so much in the mountains, but anything down here. So yeah, next summer is going to be quite interesting. With the, I'm sure there's going to be a fire ban for camping in Colorado. I see factory farm fish abuses. Yowza, yeah, absolutely. I will not eat factory farm fish. Um, if I have to, I'll make sure that if I'm in a store and they don't have anything, but I'll make sure it's antibiotic free, for sure. But yeah, basically I just put nets in little spaces in the water, and then just many fish per density as you can go. But yeah, I know, right? No snow this year. Crazy. No, what's crazier is it's like 70 degrees outside, which is great. But like door dashing is dead because, or it was cancel that. I'm not saying it is because I don't want that to be the case today. But it was dead yesterday, right? Because there's no. It's warm. I mean, if it's 70 degrees, you can go get it your damn self, right? But instead of driving in the snow or the cold, right? That's half the allure of dashing, being able to dash in the wintertime is nobody's with cold, people don't go out until you get crazy. But no, I don't get it. I don't get the weather at all. It's yeah, it's gonna be like even warmer tomorrow. So crazy. I did have a great idea for growing fish though. Really, what's the idea? Guess growing or raising fish. But there we go. But all this change. It's interesting. With all this contraction in my universe, there's going to have to be some sort of really large expansion at some point, right? Favor. It's crazy. Usually November is a snowy month. January, February usually super cold. No kidding, right? March is our snowiest. Actually, the snowiest month in the Front Range in the Rocky Mountains is March, but statistically speaking. But yeah, so far no rain, no snow, no cold. I mean, it's cold at night, but nothing like it should be or it has been. But yeah, craziness. Um, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just grateful. That's what I know. All right, guys. I opened my front porch to let heat in this morning. LOL, right? I hear you, Karen. Yeah, I got the windows open in here, at least one of them. And I walked Sierra, Carmen's dog. There you go. Sierra. Um, no jacket. It was warm. It's really. I mean, I have my jacket and I'll take it with me when I go dash, but I don't think I'll need it. Okay, I'll tell you. I wanted to build a cob building for farming fish, with solar power and hydroponics for vegetables above the tank. Would that be cool? There you go. I like that. I like that. All right, guys. So Saturday or Sunday, sometime over the weekend, I'll go live. Not Memorex, and we will shoot some more stuff and shoot cards and do some channeling. So if I just gotta figure out the time and I will post it. We will do good dawning tomorrow. I will just drag my lazy bones out of bed, and we will do good dawning at the regular space and time. I have a feeling, and my gut tells me two things really. My gut gets it does that something will shift here. I'm gonna have a job real soon. Grateful, and just saying favor otherwise because there's something collective that's I don't know, but not my unit, but yeah, is that something you can super cool? Really, is that something you can run the fish through plants, through fish water, through the plants, sell locally? That sounds cool. I like it. I like it. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for being here. I'm grateful. If you have the property and the money, yeah, there you go. So the whole thing in this universe, it's knowing how to make money. If you make money, you can shift, you can change, you can do anything you want. But you gotta learn how to make money. All right, guys, we're gonna close this out with a. I'm not even gonna do the group hug. We're gonna do our own group hug here. We're just gonna hug, but we'll do a group hug tomorrow. If you have property, yeah, there we go. So tomorrow we will be live again. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see what happens. But favor, ah, you need investors. There you go. Nice. Need to bring that money energy in. There we go. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. All right. Thank you all for being here. I know there's three of you hiding out in the background there. One of it's probably my mother. Whoever else hiding out in the background, we love you. Thank you. Supposedly Chloe will be with us on Saturday. We'll find out. I will reach out to her later today. This group can do it. They did it for me. There you go. And I would totally do it. Let's do a collab. There we go. We'll just do live. We'll do a good dunning on. I could do it on StreamYard, and just whoever wants to be on, we'll do a jump on good dunning. Right. All right, guys. Grateful for you all being here. Thank you so much. Hi, Mom. If you're here, I'm sure she is. We're down to 3, so now it's just the 3 of us. So I guess she's not here. I don't know. All right, guys. Grateful. Thank you. Appreciate all of you, and much love and favor. And thank you, guys. I will see you all tomorrow at Good Dawning, same time, same channel. And we'll endeavor to do Friday. I just got to get more consistent. With my universe being so upside down right now, it's consistency is weird, but we'll figure it all out. All right, love you guys. Thank you for thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Karen 500, and I don't know. Love you guys.